I have often heard that becoming a parent is one of the most life changing, impactful moments that a person can experience. For me, however, the impact was before becoming a mom. Hi there. I'm Dr. Rowena Winkler. I am an entrepreneur, a recovering perfectionist, and someone who went through in vitro fertilization, also known as IVF, to have my daughter. And this is my story. I am an immigrant child, and with that came a lot of expectations to perform. And so I went about my life being very highly motivated at a young age. And this translated to pretty much everything else in my life. If I wanted something, I set a goal, I created a plan, and I checked off the boxes to get there. And so, of course, when my husband decided it was time to have a child, I thought I could just do the same thing. I could apply the same process as I did throughout my entire life and check off the boxes based on the plan and have the child that we wanted. Unfortunately, that was not the case. After almost 2 years of trying to get pregnant and nothing was happening, we decided to turn to fertility treatments. After various tests, which included drawing I repeat, 7 vials of blood, I found out that I have diminished ovarian reserve, which means that I do not produce enough eggs to bear children. So I gave myself 32 shots in the abdomen, followed by a triggering shot to produce the eggs that were then extracted so that we could have viable embryos. We went from 6 to 4 to 2. And so one of those embryos eventually became my daughter, and we had another one to spare. And so the impact of having to go through this experience was truly humbling. And it really brought up a lot of confidence issues. It brought up a lot of reflections on my life and how this felt like a failure, that my body was betraying me and that I wasn't good enough to get this thing that I wanted so badly. But now looking back on it all, I now can reframe that experience as one of perseverance, one of my own strength as a woman who went from feeling the need to be perfect with everything to surrendering a bit and trusting that I don't necessarily have to follow all the steps. And that is a lesson that I've taken with me into my business, into my relationships, and into my life. And so I'm really grateful that I had this experience and that I can relax a little bit and not be so structured and perfect in the process. And of course, I have my beautiful baby girl to remind me every single day of the impact that bringing her into this world brought into my life and how I can now incorporate that message and my lessons to other people. So thank you, Carrie. And I thank all of you for hearing my story on the impact of IVF.